I'm going to show you how to make my favorite protein shake. It's the best one I've ever had. I just kind of come up with it, seeing other recipes on the internet, and I just kind of put my little spin on it, and it is delicious. It tastes, I mean, as good or better than like a Frappuccino if you used to drink those from Starbucks. And I used to drink this milkshake. We had a coffee house here, it's still here, and it was called a Black Tiger milkshake. And it was like a coffee or espresso milkshake with ice cream. This tastes like that. Now, of course, it doesn't have the ice cream and the creaminess, but the taste to me is almost exactly the same. So I am loving this shake, and I wanted to share it with you guys, especially if you like coffee and if you're kind of having a hard time getting your protein in because you don't like the powder. This will honestly cover up the taste. So if you have cheap powder to use up, vanilla or chocolate or unflavored, I don't know about the unflavored because you'd have to add like more sweetener or whatever, but you know, like any of the brands that you don't really like that are chocolate or vanilla, or really any flavor that you would want to put in this, you could use that up. I'm just using the vanilla because that's what I have. Okay, here are the ingredients. Starbucks coffee. I had a little, not a sample bag, but a little small bag to use up, and I cooled it. You need to make your coffee. There's about 12 ounces there, but you can, you know, tweak that to whatever amount that you want. This is caffeinated coffee, but now that I'm done with this, I'm going to get some decaf coffee so that I can count it with my totals with fluid every day. So that is, make sure it's cooled coffee. Just brew it however you would do, whatever brand flavor that you like. And then this is just plain cocoa powder, no sugar, just the bitter, you know, cocoa powder. You need about a half a teaspoon of that. Now, if you're using the chocolate protein powder, you may not want to add that, or you may want to. I think it gives it a really good mocha kind of taste. And then that's the Hamilton Beach blender that cup goes with it. I blend it in, and I'm telling you, I have a Magic Bullet blender, all those things. I mean, this thing was $15, and it's the best blender. It's easy to clean. You can actually drink out of the top of the cup if you wanted to. So it's a really good blender if you're looking for one. And here is a scoop and a half of vanilla protein powder. And you just use whatever brand that you like, and you could use chocolate. Like I said, that's the two flavors that I would recommend using, unless you had like a, I don't know, maybe a cinnamon flavored or something like that. And next is the agave syrup. This is the light, but they also have the regular. This is the Whole Foods brand. It was about $5.50, I want to say, for this container, and it's 23.5 ounces. So it's a pretty big container, and you need about a teaspoon of that. Now, a lot of these things I'll eyeball, but that's the recipe I started with. And I've been drinking this for about 2 weeks now, and I'm hooked. I wake up thinking about drinking this shake. So it's really good, high in protein. And once I switch over from the decaf coffee, I'll be able to count it with my fluids as well. So these are the ingredients, and now I'm going to make the shake. Okay, first you take your cooled coffee. Just make sure it's you know, cool or cold. That way it won't melt the ice really quick. And I forgot to tell you, you need about 4 ounces of ice, I would say. So I'm going to first add in the protein powder because it's the messiest part. And if you have a scoop, it's easier, but I was just trying to show it to you. So let me see if I can get this in here without getting it all over the counter. Well, I did pretty good. Got a little bit. There we go. So you put your protein powder in, and I know that looks like a root beer float, but it's not. Then you take about a half of a teaspoon of the cocoa powder. Let me see if I can show you how much I'm putting. About that much. And you can add a little more, a little less. It's for a tablespoon, 15 calories, so that's not that bad. I actually may add a little bit more. Okay. Now, then you add your ice. And I'm going to go over here to the freezer and get the ice, and then I'll come back and show you. what you have to do is you have to put the ice in there and then push it down. And so you can get some in the bottom, just in case your coffee maybe wasn't cool enough or whatever. You put that in there. I know that doesn't look appetizing right now. And the dog barking and whining is Kay trying to get in. But he's scared of the blender, and you would not be able to hear me for him barking. So now I'm going to put about a teaspoon of the agave nectar. And I just know how much a teaspoon is, but you can measure it out. The agave is 30 calories for a teaspoon, 60 for a tablespoon. And the agave nectar, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this, but it has the low glycemic index, and so it doesn't affect us like a spike in blood sugar like a regular sugar. And you can drizzle it on oatmeal, coffee, iced tea, anything like that. But I put it in here because it gives it a little something extra. You can leave this out. Or if you do artificial sweeteners, you could put a little bit of Splenda or whatever. Or if you don't do it, like me, you could try a pack of the Trivia, the sweetener that I showed you guys that's made from stevia. That would work too. But I really like the flavor that this gives it. It's sort of a honey caramel. I don't know. I can't describe it, but it is very delicious. And you can find this. I found it at Whole Foods. This is the Whole Foods brand, but you can find it probably at most like health food stores, and you may be able to find it now in your regular store. I don't know. So that's something to think about. Now, then you take and you just put the lid on and just put the amount of ice that you want. I just say about 5 ounces. Then you, let's see if I can put it on your base, and then whatever kind of blender that you have. Well, if I can get it on here. There we go. And you might want to, it's kind of full, so you may want to hold on to it so that it doesn't slosh out. Just pulse it. And what you're looking for is for the ice not to clink as much, and you'll know. Okay, that's great. And now it's all over my hand, but that's okay. It's delicious. Okay, normally I would lick that, but I'm trying to be couth. Okay, then I take my blender bottle cup, and because I don't normally drink this right away because I'll get it a little bit more cold, but you can drink it straight out of here if you want, but I'm gonna try. Okay. And see, I'm going to show you look how frothy and delicious that looks. And you just pour it into whatever cup you're wanting to use. Or you can drink straight out of this blender cup if you want. The Hamilton Beach is the name brand. And I just put this on here. And then you wipe up your mess. And I just put this in the freezer just to keep it cold till I'm ready to drink it. And I'm telling you, it is delicious. Especially if you like coffee, you're going to love this shake. So let me know what you think. I'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.